Hail Pandawans and sweethearts walking that illustrated path. Today is February 14th, and everyone knows what that is, right? It is Valhalla-Ntines Day. Not Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day was created by those corporate, money-hungry capitalist dogs trying to bilk you for money to pay for flowers and pay for jewelry and chocolates and all that. No. Valhalla-Ntines Day was created by this greedy and corporate Panda King and his cohorts to come up with a day that seemed cooler than something based on hearts and flowers and all that. So we came up with Valhalla-Ntines Day, which is, I guess, based on the image you're looking at now, a tribute to the mighty brave who have fallen and ended up in the halls of Odin's home called Valhalla. And so that's what we did. We combined Valentine's Day, which is all about hearts and romance, with undead mighty warrior Vikings. So what greater day could there be? Well, I will let you know a little secret. There was one previously before Valhalla-Ntines Day. And that, the origins start back, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. Myself, the Sons of the Storm, some of our sweethearts and lady friends, like Lebowski had his special lady friend, Popeye had his best goyle, olive oil. We were hanging out at the Spectrum, having, way too overpriced beers. But the cool thing about the Yard House is they used to sell beer by the yard, right? Now, for my European friends, that's like a meter, right? And it was basically like 3 feet of beer. Now, they stopped selling those because people there would get all soused up and smash into it and drop them. And then, the glasses were expensive and they ended up going to little 22-ounce things. But these were yards of beer and they were cool because they basically looked like trombones or, trumpets. And they were just super big and shiny polished glass. It came with its old little holder that you could have. But we were having some beers there and we were thinking Valentine's Day, it's it seems like kind of more of a corporate-y thing. Like even back when we were kids in the class, we had to get a card for every kid in class, and every kid would get a card for every kid in their class, and you end up with 32 cards that has some kind of, be my Valentine type thing, and then it's just signed by the kids' names. And there was no love or thought put into it, so much like the modern day Valentine's Day, there's no love and thought put into it. So we put all of our helmeted heads, not those ones, let's say hairy heads. How about we just put our heads together and we tried to come up with a cool idea for Valentine's that we could all get behind. See, things are coming out in a different way. It must be the spirit of love that's coming out here. So let's go. So we were basically what would be cool? What would be cool for us to do for this holiday? So we ended up coming up with, first, Van Halen-Tines Day. And there you would crank up the rock and roll music of Eddie and his crew with David Lee Roth, and Alex, Michael Anthony, and just celebrate the spirit of love with the way that Van Halen used to with Ain't Talking About Love and all that. And then when Sammy Hagar came in, How Do I Know When It's Love? And everything's about love with Sammy. So it was like the perfect band. You could be upset, Ain't Talking About Love, or How Do I Know When It's Love? Well, we'll tell you. You have to listen to all the albums, and by the end of Van Halen-Tines Day, you'll hopefully have the answer, But from there, we went on to Valhalla-Ntines Day because it lent a little bit more artistic motivation. So that's where we came up with Valhalla-Ntines Day. And I've been doing that ever since. I mean, there was even a time when I had my own website. And I will be setting one up again soon. And what I'm going to tell you in the next minute, we're going to be reenacting that again too. So on my old website, during the holidays, specifically Valhalla-Ntines Day, I would do some either sale where it's spend over $20 or, because I am a capitalist corporate Panda King. Whatever the price was, anyone who spent over that would get a free brutal doodle of basically a Viking or a Valkyrie or something Norse related, and have it vaguely be either undead or wounded in battle. And then it was just festooned. That means emblazoned with, bristling with hearts on it, little cute clip-out type looking hearts. What I wanted to do as well was do the brutal doodle and then put heart stickers all over it. But then maybe that kind of defeats the purpose of getting like an original sketch if it's all emblazoned with clip art and, bad, Target or Michael's, well, I guess it's Valentine's Day. I can't even say the original one now that Valhalla-Ntines Day is part of my dialect. So I didn't ever do that. But I would do like little colorings with pink or purple or whatever the hearts desired on the images. So when I do a website again, I will be doing that again. So you will be able to get pictures of, brutal doodles of Vikings on Valhalla-Ntines Day, and then different abominable snowmen and reindeer and Santa Clauses on Twisted Christmas. And then I never really came up with one for Easter, I don't think. If I did, if I had any specials out there, peoples that bought during Easter time, I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was Beaster or something like that, where it was like rabid-looking Easter bunnies and carnivorous peeps. Not the people, but like the chicks, those little candies. But those are the origins of Valhalla-Ntines Day. So now we got a few more minutes left on this video. One of the so I like to answer questions that you guys submit on the YouTubes, and you can also do it on Twitter or Instagram or pretty soon a dozen other social media sites. I'm just going to sign up for all of them and get the message of Valhalla-Ntines Day out to the world for next year. But yeah, submit some any questions you have, and I'll answer them. So one of them was, I think I did last time. Do I do commissions? No, I don't do commissions. I don't have the time or necessarily the desire to, because usually, like I said, the commissions will be something that, hey, can you draw my character, or can you draw our me and my wife's characters as a couple? Or I'm like, no, I mean, I could do that, but I'd rather just draw what I want to draw. That's where it's fun. I already have, my beloved day job where I'm working on stuff that, sort of has to be done for the job. And, when I get off the job and I'm on my own time, I want to create my own works. Otherwise, we never would have come up with Valhalla-Ntines Day. So art-wise, as a professional artist, well, thank you. Do you make mistakes? Well, no, I'm not a professional artist. I'm a journeyman. See, I'm still walking that illustrated path. Professional artists, they make mistakes all the time. But as a journeyman, no, I never make mistakes. To quote St. Ross, they're just happy accidents. No, I'm just joking around. No, I make mistakes all the time. And if you watch the videos, there's plenty of times you'll see me backtrack on stuff, or, struggle with some weird foot position or hand position and end up either erasing it and starting over, or just lopping it off and putting a hook on it, because, that's the cool thing about some of the things I like to draw. Don't, like an example here, you don't like drawing two horns on a Viking helmet or a Valhalla-Ntines Day helmet. You just lop off one horn, then you don't have to worry about it being, accurate or unique. Now, that's a cheap way out, but it also looks cool. Asymmetry in artwork is always better, I think, than something symmetrical. That's why a lot of the orgs have different, sort of shoulder pads or helm designs, or, crisscrossing straps and bandoleros and things like that. But yeah, if you want to ask any questions, you can, aside from the YouTube here that you're currently watching, our Valhalla-Ntines Day demo, I'm on Twitter at SamWiseDidier, Instagram at SamWiseDidier, same name everywhere. I think I even have a DeviantArt page, which is SamWiseDidier as well. So I guess if you type that name in, it'll come up with a lot of pictures of Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings and myself. Well, anyways, are you all doing anything, now that you know about Valhalla-Ntines Day, are you going to do something special with your sweetie tonight? Are you going to go feasting and gorging and ale drinking and things like that? Or are you going to do the thing where you go to a overpriced dinner, spend exorbitant amounts of money on a bottle of wine that you don't even really want, and on flowers that are going to die? Or are you going to do something that is eternal, like these great Einherjar, excuse the pronunciation if I did this wrong, that will live on forever in the halls of Valhalla and celebrate with the All-Father Odin the great and glorious message of Valhalla-Ntines Day. Well, enjoy the rest of this video, Pandawans and lovers walking that illustrated path. And I will see you on another video soon. And any questions you got, throw them out there and I will try to answer them. I'm just a little bit too mellifluous. I'm always talking. There's never enough time to answer questions. All right, Paladins, Pandawans, and Valhalla-Ntines. Have a great Valhalla-Ntines Day, Pandawans, and we will talk to you soon. ABC, always be creating. Hail.